entitles me.
Yes.
Entitles me?
Yes.
Hello, Poppets. Media Ghoul here, and let's just say it right now. Megalopolis is the worst film to come out in the last 10 years. Perhaps longer. Sure, it's not as damaging to beloved IP as many absolute disasters that have come out in recent time, but I'd rather watch The Last Jedi, The Acolyte, Eternals, and Rings of Power back to back, twice, than have to watch this bucket of mega piss again.
The power of
It's not even so bad it's entertaining or funny. It's a boring slog filled with dull, lifeless dialogue and some of the worst CGI I've ever seen for a movie of this budget. $120 million. That's right, $120 million sunk into this nonsense movie. Francis Ford Coppola knew how to pull this type of thing off. He was an incredible and genre-defining director, but great works like The Godfather and Apocalypse Now are over 45 years old. Unfortunately, not only is this his worst movie, it's one of the worst movies. I mean, where to even begin with this? If I went through the film and pointed out every issue, this video would be longer than the average EFAP.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Not at all.
So, I think for my sanity and yours, I'll cover a couple of the most glaring things and make very clear that this is not worth wasting your money on. It's not worth the time, the brain cells, or the energy it takes to open uTorrent. Every time this movie thinks it's doing something cool or edgy, it's the most cringe thing imaginable. And what's worse is we have actual talented, real-life actors having to perform this cringe nonsense. I really hope the paycheck was worth it, especially Aubrey Plaza. Some of the things she had to do in this movie made me feel sorry for her. The actor, not the character. I mean, look, unless romancing John Voight and mid-mental breakdown Shia LaBeouf is your thing, I'm not going to judge.
You stop now. You stop now.
In a few
You
months.
say Christ is Lord. You say Christ is Lord.
The plot? Oh, a super wealthy fellow named Caesar wants to build a future city, while the stuck-in-the-past mayor wants things to stay how they are. We follow a number of colourful characters, including Game of Thrones lady, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, Shia LaBeouf as Shia LaBeouf,
No.
CNN's Marilyn Monroe, Taylor Swift, and of course, Cyril's mum from Andor. She really has some good connections, huh?
I remembered how to mock me.
Jeez. I nearly forgot Elon Musk, Caesar. Yeah, Caesar. He can stop time, by the way. He can stop time.
Time stop!
Yeah. Now, the CGI is... Oh, what's that? Yes, I said Caesar can stop time.
Emmy, time stop now.
Is it explained? No. Does it have any major point in the story or for the character? No. Is it utilized in an interesting or fresh way? No. Oh, wait. He's like a businessman or like an inventor type, right? So he uses his ability to stop time to help him. No.
No.
Anyway, the CGI is, huh? What's the point, you say? Of him being able to stop time? Well, anyway, the CGI is actually miserable. People do a better job for free on YouTube than what's shown off on this $120 million project. You can see when they are just in a studio in front of a green screen, which is most of the film, frankly, so easily. It's actually hard on the eyes. It's so ugly. The setting, an alternate 21st century New York named New Rome that, funnily enough, just looks like New York. It's literally just New York. No creativity in regards to building the city. It's just New York. I think that's cheap and boring and lame. The acting, all actors involved used this as a paycheck. That's it. No one cared. Everyone knew how bad it was. Why try, right? There's a scene where Trump is in his deathbed. Shire and Monroe visit him. He has a very noticeable large boner under his covers, his bed covers, his sheets, you'd say. He makes an off comment about said boner, then removes the sheets to show it's actually the smallest bow you have ever seen, I'm meaning Cupid levels, and an arrow ready to go and straight up offs Monroe. He then shoots 2 more shots at Shire. One goes into his anus. As funny as this sounds, it was just more baffling and confusing because this is meant to be a serious drama movie. I do not truly believe the scene was meant to be funny. I think this was meant to be like, wow, crazy, that's a deadly boner. Look, Francis Ford Coppola wrote and directed this. It's his story, his fable. Unfortunately, the god of cinema is long dead. The brilliant spark that gave us what some consider some of the best films of all time is gone. All that's left is Megalopolis and the essay allegation that came with it. None of this is surprising. That's the sad thing. What's this? Another terrible film in the current media landscape? Another 100 million thrown into the landfill. I am both shocked and stunned. We are in a sad, sad state. I can count on 2 hands the amount of good movies and TV shows and games we've had recently, and nearly half of my fingers have rotten away. Gods, Megalopolis doesn't deserve any more of my time or effort, especially when there's so little of either left. Don't watch this. Go watch Scavenger's Reign instead.